Now, last night, me and a couple of my boys were just sitting around, sparking some up, and we were just chilling when I noticed that Music Biz Marty went live. And every time Music Biz Marty goes live, you know Cyrax is up to something. So I checked it out, and lo and behold, Cyrax is in a stream arguing with a bunch of people, not much new there, but the stream was about something involving Cyrax's Twitch page. I didn't really understand the gist of the stream, what it was about, but when you see Cyrax screaming and bitching about stuff, you know you're in for a good show. So my boys overheard what I was watching, and they know that I know about some weird cats on the internet, so they were intrigued as well, because this was the first thing we heard when we jumped on the stream. And you know, I'm about to show you what that thing was that we first saw, but it made me think, you know, this is actually a good jumping off point for people who don't know about Cyrax. So the goal of this video is to just kind of give people who don't know who Cyrax is a bit of an understanding about the type of person he is. But you know, I also want this video to be for people who know who Cyrax is, so I'm just going to show you a bunch of my favorite moments of his as well. So let's just jump right into this shit, and just imagine you're sitting there smoking, you click on a stream, and this is the first thing you hear.
Why did you text a 14-year-old girl? Just answer the question. This is how it works. You want me to keep on talking over you after I ask you the question like you do?
Put it this way, dog. I get more pussy in 1 week than you could ever get.
When was the last time you got laid and with who?
Like I
About
said,
3 years ago.
kiss and tell, motherfucker.
In real life.
Fuck, that's a lot to unpack in a 15-second clip. Firstly, you know, I don't have to tell you that Cyrax is lying. It's you have to be you'd have to be blind to not know Cyrax is lying. You know, you don't got to study psychology to see the how nervous he gets just to say, no, I don't kiss and tell. But, you know, I'm kind of neglecting the fact that that's in response to being asked why he talked to a 14-year-old girl. And you might be asking, oh, are they just fucking with him? No, because a channel called Masshole Reports, a channel that goes after fucking pedophiles, set up a sting operation, or maybe set up a girl who was there to talk to Cyrax and pose as a 14-year-old. And you know damn well that old Cyrax was more than giddy to message that girl back. I believe Cyrax told her at one point, you know, it's your turn now, sweetie, to send some fucking pictures after Cyrax sent ones of his own. And then, you know, when pressed on this, Cyrax just resorted to saying, you know, you need to stop because now everyone thinks I'm a pedophile. And, you know, that thing will happen if you start acting like a pedophile. So I wanted to bring that up first, just because I feel like anybody who's a pedophile, anyone who's like a rapist, a creep like that, automatically get thrown into this field where I don't give a fuck what you really do to them. You can make fun of them all you want because, you know, that's the type of person you are. You're down with that shit, fuck you. And since old Cyrax is down with that shit, and his family has a long history of that, you know, Cyrax is a third-generation predator. His grandfather was a predator, his dad was a predator, his dad went to jail. Was it the same day Cyrax was born? I believe it was either that or a few days afterwards or a few days beforehand. I don't fucking know, but he went to jail for touching a kid. So Cyrax, he's just carrying on the family legacy of creepiness. But that's one big reason why people will fuck with Cyrax. It's not the main reason, there are many reasons, and people fucked with Cyrax well before this whole shit with him talking to a 14-year-old came out. But it's the reason that I can justify sitting here and laughing at him all day, because, like I said, once you do that shit, you're scum. You're scum.
Here's the thing, William. Unlike you, William, I'm not an internet bully. I don't go around bullying motherfuckers like you imagine.
So another thing Cyrax loves to do is play the bullying card. You know, he's one of these people who will say anything under the sun to somebody. But whenever he's getting it back, even just a little bit, he'll always, like, resort to, you know, bullying is wrong. I am a bullying victim. You know, we gotta stop cyberbullying because it affects people like me. But the motherfucker has no problem saying shit like this to people.
Hey, Lava, I swear to God, if you don't stop, I swear to God, I will hunt you down and beat your fucking ass within an inch of your life. And that's not a joke. Hey, Lava.
We all know
hey,
that.
Lava, you better be lucky I don't know where you live, bitch. Otherwise, your ass will be 6 feet under.
That's the poster child for anti-bullying, my friends. You'll come to find out that Cyrax will say damn near anything he wants to when he feels that he's being threatened. He'll throw out every slur, every fucking threat he can. But at the end of the day, when people try to like push it a little bit back towards him and say, hey, well, fuck you, Cyrax, that's when he curls up in a ball, tries to get his family to defend him, and then gets them inadvertently involved, asks people to stop messing with his family. It's always a whole mess.
Unlike y'all, I actually do shit. All y'all do is sit up here and talk.
What do? You bitch on the internet all day. That's exactly what you do. You bitch on the internet all day.
Oh no, I don't, bro.
You make up these scenarios in your head.
Actually, no. I actually fucking do music. I do artwork for a living. Thank you very fucking much.
Again, a lot of things to unpack here, because when Cyrax says that, he does a lot of things during the day, and the other dude rightfully brings up that all you do is sit around and complain all day. There's a video by our buddy Kiwi Tapes, which is a Cyrax rage compilation that shows that for the most part, all Cyrax does is sit around and yell at people all day. That guy called it just like he saw it. The thing is, though, when Cyrax says he spends his time doing music and art, this leads into another reason people don't like him, which is that he steals both of them, and he's very flagrant in doing so. Cyrax will rip shit off from just about anybody, and when he gets called out on it, what do you think he does? He acts like the people calling him out are the crazy ones, or he just doesn't acknowledge it at all and tries to sweep it under the rug, which is, that's the tried and true Cyrax way. The thing is, though, his art, he steals that pretty frequently, and his music, well, his music is kind of a thing of its own, and just in a little bit, we're gonna get to listen to some of Cyrax's music, and you guys can tell me what you think of it for yourself, because, it's fucking beautiful. But we will get to that. This clip I'm showing you now from this live stream, I'm not going to show you too much of it. I'd rather just talk about it. I like explaining these things more than just showing it. And I know a lot of people like to see these things, but honestly, that's what my channel is about here. I kind of try to storytell. And the story of Cyrax is a very interesting one to me. It's not one that I know fully as well as Chris, but I think I know enough about it to give you guys a good outlook on it. But there are a few more things from this stream I want to look at and laugh at, and then we're going to jump to something else, like I said, about Cyrax's music.
So
and how much money have you made? How much money have you made from album sales?
Shit, show it up your ass, guy.
How much money have you made from album sales?
Like I told you, bro.
Hey, Chits, like I told you. Chits, like I told you. How much money have you made for album sales? Like I told you. Like I told you. Have you answered the question? Why are you avoiding it? This is how questions work.
Bro. I just don't have time for bullshit assholes like you, bro.
It's clearly to be expected, but Cyrax takes the child's approach to almost everything. In this situation you're seeing here, the dude's asking him, how much money have you actually made off your music? Which is, it's Cyrax, like he said, he spends his whole day doing it. It's his life. It's his bread and butter. Cyrax is, he's trying his best to be a world-renowned musician. He thinks that one day he's going to be able to make millions off his fucking money. And he thinks the only reason he's not making those millions right now is because of all the trolls, which couldn't be further from the case once I show you some of Cyrax's music later on, if you haven't heard it yet. If you have heard it already, you probably can't even hear, because that shit probably busted your eardrums. It was so fucking good. But when I say Cyrax takes the child's approach to this, it's the whole, I may know the answer, but I'm not going to tell you type shit. Whereas he does this with almost everything. If you watch any Cyrax video, you'll notice he has a million questions for people, but he has zero answers for anything they ask him. All he wants is his word out there, and anyone else's ideas or anything anyone else has to say to him, he don't got time for that, just like he just fucking said there.
Of course you have time. You're up here right now. Of course you have time. You always have time. You never leave the house.
Another very true thing said by this guy in the stream here, saying that Cyrax never leaves his house. My favorite Cyrax video ever will be linked in the description below. It's by a channel called the Dust Smoking Hippies, and it's the story of Cyrax inviting Music Biz Marty to his house to fight him twice, and both times Cyrax refused to even come out of his house. And then what do you think Cyrax did after the fact? Well, he got online and claimed victory. Cyrax is Charlie Z if Charlie was too afraid to throw a punch. He'll do whatever it takes to stay inside of his house, no matter what. He calls out these people, tells me, show the fuck up here, I'll beat your ass, I'll beat you, I'll do whatever it takes to fucking make sure you don't leave here walking. But the second people show up there, you don't see no types of Cyrax. It's another type of reason, this dude will talk a big game, will scream at people, yell at people, but he's not about nothing, and of course he's not about nothing. He's 4 foot tall, and I honestly, you look at the guy, you look at Cyrax, I don't even think he knows what he's going to say next sometimes. He just says whatever the fuck comes out of his mouth. The dude, he's obviously not all there, and as I brought up, usually I feel kind of bad. I'm like, this dude's got some problems with him. But when you're talking to 14-year-olds, you're doing all this creepy shit, it negates all that. At that point, it's like, let's just have some laughs. So at this point, you know, it was only like 40 fucking seconds of that video I showed y'all, but I just think that it's just those like 40 seconds right there was a good point to be like, keep stopping it and being like, oh yeah, we can talk about this, we can talk about this. And obviously there's 1,000,001 things I'm not bringing up with Cyrax that I like Blind Billy and fucking all of Cyrax's ex-girlfriends, you know, some of which were actually real, which is the one-up he has on Chris Chan. You know, not all of Cyrax's exes were fake, but, you know, a good bit of them were, and I definitely want to talk about that one day, and we're going to talk about Cyrax a lot more here, but, you know, in the beginning of this video when I said that this was all about Cyrax's Twitch channel, well, that's the thing, you know, Cyrax doesn't stream on YouTube anymore. He doesn't even stream on Facebook, which he was doing for a while. Cyrax now streams on Twitch, and for years, Cyrax has tried to, you know, he's tried to make a big following, enough to get monetization, enough to get over 1,000 followers, but he could never keep an account around long enough to do so. Well, finally, he's done that on Twitch with an account that has like 950 followers, and Cyrax is getting some ad revenue on that. I tuned into the stream last night, was greeted by a nice Chevy ad. You know, you can't beat it, and you know, you got to be proud for old Cyrax, even though he's a fucking weirdo. You know, you did it, Chance. You did it. You got there. You got your monetization. You're close to 1,000 followers. So I'm thinking, you know, if 1,000 people are digging this content, I got to go see what's going on here for myself. And lo and behold, what was I greeted to when I went over there? Oh yeah. If you've ever seen my video, Cyrax, the Future of Music, which will be linked in the description below as well, you know I'm totally down for some Chester Bennington covers from Cyrax. So I had to check this shit out. And ladies and gentlemen, it was just another musical experience that I need you guys to come, just hop on the journey with me. Let's go on this journey together, and let's raise our lighters in the air. Pour one out for old Chester. God, he's rolling in his fucking grave right now, and you'll see why.
Good morning, everybody.
Now, you know we're off to a damn good start when we start with some scalp scratching. If you guys have ever seen Cyrax's scalp, I'm not going to show you a picture of it. You don't want to see it, but if you have seen it, it kind of looks like one of those ice cream cones with the strawberry bits on it. Just try not to picture that, but if you're eating one of them right now, I'm so sorry, because you're never going to want to eat one again. Imagine walking into the room and just seeing him looking at the wall with that 1,000-mile stare. Like, what's going on in that head?
Now, as many of you guys know, this month is very hard for a lot of people like myself.
Yeah, the sun doesn't treat Chance's kind too well.
In 2017, the world lost a voice. And the band Linkin Park lost one of the best vocalists of all time.
Thought he meant Little Peep.
And people like myself lost a hero. Somebody who understood what it means to be like I am, and like a lot of you guys are.
Completely backhanded compliment, and Cyrax didn't even mean it that way because he thinks he's a good guy, but comparing Chester Bennington and saying, you know, you're a lot like me, you know, the fucking pedophile.
And just like my music speaks to a lot of you guys, Chester's music spoke to myself on a very deep level, as well as to many others around the world.
So you guys want to see me shit all over it?
What you would change me into?
Poor Ch Chester, man. Just Jesus Christ. He does this like bi-monthly, these tributes to Chester Bennington. Look, I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what the point of this video is. I think with this one, I finally realized that my videos don't have, like, a goal, you know? I don't make videos with a point at the end to be like, well, guys, here's the main idea of this video. I just make these videos for y'all to laugh and for you guys to be informed on some of these fucking weird cats that we talk about. You know, with Cyrax, I feel like I have to talk about him a little more now, considering that I have him in the lolcow wrestling and all. We really don't have too many videos on Cyrax. And next, I feel like we're going to have to cover King Cobra because he just joined the lolcow wrestling too. So, you know, expect more videos on these type of people. Probably some more on Amberlyn when the time comes. She's one I have such a hard time making a video on, but seeing how I had a lot of fun covering this Cyrax video, giving you guys a little backstory on the whole, the weirdness of the dude. Well, I guess my high ass just answered my own question. I guess there was a main idea to this, just to kind of give you guys a little backing on who Cyrax is and show you one of my favorite things I just found of him, just like I did with my buddies the other day when we were sitting around the table. This is kind of just like how I explained it to them. So I thought, you know, why not? Let me try to explain this to y'all, and if you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below, and I'll explain more lolcows like this. You know, this ain't no big Cyrax video. Maybe one day we can do one, but for right now, I just wanted to talk about this dude because, man, every time I see these fucking videos of him yelling at other people online and just going to war, it always warms my heart. So I want to give a shout out to Sky, Liz Vendor, Krabby, Your Mom, Club Doom, Cody Hale, Yerman Bjornson. I want to give a shout out to Kiwi Tapes for some of the clips in this video from his Rage compilation on Cyrax. As I said, that shit will be down in the description below. Go follow him. I mean, go subscribe to him. We're not on fucking Twitter. And also shouts out to the Ghostbuster fan and Vanessa. All you guys are goats, and if you made it to the end of this video, you are a goat as well. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, you know. Hope you guys, what's today? Today is Tuesday. The week will be fastly approaching. The weekend will be fastly approaching, I should say. And it'll be here before you know it, and you guys are just going to be chilling. And it's all going to be worth it, my friends. So just look forward to that, and I swear to y'all, everything's going to be cool. So just have a great rest of your week and stay safe, my friends. Don't be a Cyrax. That's the one thing you want to strive to be. Just don't be a Cyrax.